Ever wondered if your relationship is on the rocks? Relationships can be tricky, and sometimes it's hard to tell when it's time to call it quits. Let's explore some clear signs that your relationship may be coming to an end. But before we dive in, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment, "I subscribe," so I can personally welcome you into the family. With that said, let's unveil the top 5 signs your relationship is over. Ready? Let's get started. 1. Communication breakdown. When communication in a relationship feels like a constant battle, with arguments happening all the time or important topics being avoided, it's like the glue holding the relationship together starts to weaken. It's a bit like trying to build a sturdy house with shaky foundations. If you can't talk openly and honestly with each other, it becomes really hard to solve problems and understand each other's feelings. You might feel like your voice isn't being heard, and that's not a good feeling in any relationship. It's like trying to have a conversation with someone who is not really listening. It gets frustrating really fast. When this kind of communication breakdown happens, it's like a warning sign that the relationship might not be working as it should. It's a bit like when your phone starts acting up. It's telling you that something's not right, and if you don't fix it, it might stop working altogether. In a relationship, if you don't address these communication problems, it could mean that the relationship is heading towards its end. So it's important to try to talk things out, listen to each other, and find ways to work through these challenges before it's too late. 2. Loss of intimacy. When a relationship starts to crumble, it can show in how close two people feel to each other. Physical or emotional intimacy, like hugging, kissing, or just feeling emotionally close, might decrease. It's like when you used to tell each other everything, but now it feels like you're talking to a stranger. If these warm feelings start to fade, it could mean the relationship is falling apart. Imagine you and your friend used to be inseparable, but now you hardly talk. That's how it might feel in a relationship when there's a significant decline in intimacy. Maybe you used to share secrets and cuddle, but now it's like those moments never happened. It's a sign that something isn't right and needs to be addressed before it gets worse. By the way, before we move on to number 3, if you're getting value in this video, hit the like button right now. And if you don't want to miss out on my next mind-blowing video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload it. And then, go to the comment section below and type, "I subscribe," and I'll personally welcome you to the family. And guess what? I've got an amazing treat for you. A free ebook called The Momentum Method. This book reveals the secret ingredient to keeping a man emotionally and romantically addicted to being in love with you. Just check the link below and it's all yours. With that said, let's continue. 3. Individual growth misalignment. When two people in a relationship start to want different things or have different dreams for their lives, it can make them feel like they're drifting apart. Imagine one person wants to travel the world and the other wants to settle down and start a family. They might find it hard to support each other's goals because they're so different. This can create distance between them, and they might not feel as connected anymore. Eventually, they might realize they're heading in such different directions that they decide to end the relationship. This divergence in paths can be like taking different roads on a journey. When partners are no longer walking side by side towards similar destinations, it becomes harder for them to understand each other's choices and support each other. Eventually, they might feel like they're going in completely opposite directions, and staying together might not make sense anymore. So they might decide it's best to part ways and find new paths that align better with their individual goals and aspirations. 4. Repetitive patterns of conflict. Repeatedly experiencing the same arguments or conflicts without finding a solution can harm relationships over time. It's like having a problem that keeps popping up, but never really gets fixed. This can make people feel frustrated and upset, like they're stuck in a loop of never-ending problems. When this happens, it can lead to resentment, which means feeling angry or bitter towards someone because of unresolved issues. Over time, this resentment can damage the trust and closeness between people, making it harder to repair the relationship. If these repetitive conflicts keep happening without any way to work through them effectively, it could mean that the problems are too big or too deep to solve easily. It's like trying to patch up a hole in a boat with a tiny bandage. It might help for a little while, but it won't fix the underlying issue. In relationships, it's important to have ways to address disagreements and find solutions together. Without these mechanisms in place, conflicts can build up and eventually lead to bigger problems that may be harder to resolve. 5. Emotional detachment. When you start feeling like you don't care much about how your friends or family are doing, whether they're happy or sad, it might mean something important. It could show that you're not really putting effort into keeping the relationship strong. You know, like when you don't get excited for your friend's good news or feel sad when they're going through a tough time. It might mean the bond between you is getting weaker. It's like saying the relationship might be coming to an end because you're not really feeling connected anymore. Thanks for watching. Grab your free copy of my book in the description or pinned comment. It's a must-read. Plus, unlock the secrets of dating mastery with the captivating playlist popping up on your screen right now. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Join us in the next video for more exciting insight.